I've been dragging this on long enough. All nerves aside, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's crank it up. Let's go. All right, so here we go. We have, over here we have 12 slabs. Actually, 11 of them are cracked and resubs. One of them I forgot to look at during the initial blind reveal because I couldn't remember if I actually cracked and subbed that one or not. I thought I did, but I didn't. So we're gonna start with that one and see if that one sets the tone for the rest of the slab. So let's just jump into it. Here we're gonna start off with this Joe Burrow. This is Don Russ. I think this is a regular Don Russ rated rookie. And it starts off with a 9. So there we go. That's the baseline here. We got a 9 on our base rated rookie 2020 from Don Russ. Of course, I expected a 10. I always expect 10s on these types of cards. Got a 9 there, but if you saw that previous video, I should not be surprised. I actually should be happy that it wasn't an 8. So now we're going to jump into the cracks and the resubs here from HGA. So this card I'm about to turn over is a 2002 Leaf Rookies and Stars Tom Brady. As you see here, this is the grades that it received from HGA. So 9.0. It had 9 on the corners, edges, 9.5 on the surface, and 8.5 on the centering. So with that being said, let's turn it over. And it got an 8. So there you go. That's our first one. I mean, for this, I'm not upset about it. I mean, to be honest, an 8 on a PSA will get more attention and actually probably be better received than a 9 on HGA. So an 8 from a 2002 card that I actually pulled in 2002, I'm okay with that. So there we go. 9 from HGA and an 8 in PSA. The second one, we have another one. So this one was also a 2002 Leaf Rookies and Stars. This one had a 9 on the corners, surface, edges, and a 9.5 on the centering. So it had some better grades than the previous ones. Let's see what we're going to get here. And we got an 8 there as well. Again, I mean, maybe they didn't see a difference. I don't know. But like I said before, pulled this card literally 2002. Actually remember where I was when I cracked it, when I cracked the package and pulled it out. And to be honest, when I pulled it out at that time, it wasn't a big deal to me. It was just a Tom Brady card. So to have something that's been sitting in a plastic sleeve and a binder for that long to get an 8, I'm okay with it. The next one is our 2003 Tom Brady. This is a Don Russ Classics base. It's got a 9.0 also. It had an 8.5 on the corners, 9 on edges and centering, and a 9.5 on the surface. Let's see what we got here for this one. And it pulled a 7. Oh, whoa. Okay, that's a problem. Because I'm looking at this corner. I don't know if you can see it here, but I'll pull it up just a little shade right there, but that one. And that definitely wasn't like that when I submitted it. I actually made me pull out the actual video when I had it in the card saver and check it out, but that corner is bent extremely bad. And for this to have an 8.5 on the corners here and then be bent here is an issue. So I'll put this to the left here. I'm starting to really think about this submission because this overall sub did not go as I planned, and now I'm starting to have some questions about it overall. Because I mean, even if I cracked it and messed it up on the crack, I wouldn't have submitted it. And case in point, I did that with one of my cards. It was a 2003 Flair. And when I cracked it, I actually kind of scratched the back. And I just had to put it to the side because there was no reason to resubmit it. So if I did that for a scratch on the back, I definitely wouldn't have sent this with a big bend on the corner. That just makes no sense. All right, so here's another one now. We're getting more recent. This is a 2020 Justin Herbert. This was a base rookies and stars, and it got a 9 at HGA. It was 9.5 on the corners, 9 on the surface, edges, and centering. And let's see what we got here. What do you know? Like, that says a 10, right? Does that say 10? I think it does say 10, but I can't be sure because I haven't seen 10 in a long time. So we got a 10 there on the rookies and stars. It's a base though. Definitely take it. It just makes me feel good that 10s are still alive here for me in general. But that's good to see. The next one is a 2020 Panini Instant Rated Rookie Retro. This is Justin Herbert. It got a 9.5 at HGA. See the corners, surface, edges. Centering all got a 9.5. The edges got a 9. But I'm not sure if you saw my previous review, but I had a Jalen Hurts and a Justin Jefferson of the same print run, and those came fresh out of the Panini case that I opened to submit, and those both got 8s. So let's see what it says here. And it got an 8. I really sincerely think they just put 8s on everything that came from this submission. And that's very disappointing. The fact that it got all this at a 9.5 across the board here, and it pulls out with an 8, but also the other cards, the Justin Jefferson and the Jalen Hurts both got 8s as well. And I'm betting you it's because they all just came from a print run. And it is possible to get a 10 on these because I do have one of these in a 10 also. So again, to have a 9.5 here, that went to an 8. I'm not going to sit on that one. That's going to prompt a change. Actually, just seeing that, I'm not even excited to see the rest of these. My stomach's actually hurting right now because I just don't believe that I'm going to get good reviews on the rest of these cards. This one that's coming next is actually a Donruss Rated Rookie Canvas of Justin Herbert, and it's got 9.5s across the board, all across. And Gem Mint 9.5. They got 9.5 on everything: corner, surface, edges, and centering. And it got a 9. Yep. So, and I wish I knew what caused it to get a 9, but I'll never know. But yeah, that's a like I said, I really wish I just had an idea of what created or what caused these specific grades. So as you see, this isn't going really well for me at all, but it's kind of indicative of the entire grading package that I sent in as a whole. This one's Justin Herbert. This is a optic rated rookie. This is a base optic. It got a 9.0 at HGA. The corners and centering both had 9.5. Surface and edges had a 9. And this has a 9. All right, so that kind of just graded evenly from HGA to PSA. I'm seeing some weird stuff on these slabs here. It's not, they're not clean. Oh, what is going on here? But that one got a 9 also. 9 to 9 doesn't really bother me that much. 9.5s to 8s, that's what bothers me. This one is the Justin Herbert Panini Optic Rated Rookie Pink Hollow. I'm going to save this for last because if that comes back as an 8 or something, I'm probably going to throw up, and I don't want to do that on a video. So I'm gonna save that one to the end. Let's put that over here to the right. We're gonna go next, which is Josh Allen. This is a 2018 Contenders Josh Allen rookie. It's a game day ticket. Got a 9.5, and there's a 9.5 on the corner surface and a 9 on the edges and a 10 on the centering. To be honest, these are one of the reasons I also decided to crack and resub, not just because of the values, but it just got to the point where I felt like it was impossible to get a 10. And at least I got one right here in front of me, one. But through all the subs I sent to HG, I never got a 10 at all. So when I saw these 9.5s, it just looked really close, but not, I just felt like there was no need to do it anymore. So let's see what I got here. Oh, and we got a 10 here for the Josh Allen game day ticket. I mean, that makes me feel a little better to see another 10 come across the board. I just hope he balls out this year to a point, because I am a Tua fan as well. So I would like to see Josh Allen do good, but not too good. I got two more cards left before I get to the Justin Herbert. Both of these are Joe Burrow's Prism draft picks. One is a silver hollow and one is a red. Silver prism, and one's a red prism. I can't tell from the back which is which. They both look identical. So if we see here, the silver did get a 9 with 9.5 on the edges and centering and a 9 on the surface and corners. That was for the silver. And for the red, it got a 9.5 with 9.5s everywhere and a 9 on the corners. So let's see what we got here. I don't know which one this is, but again, this is Joe Burrow Prism draft picks, and this one is the silver hollow, and it got a 9. So it's silver prism, Joe Burrow, and got a 9. I know a lot of these cards don't get much love for being in their college uniforms, but I think it's fire. I like this card a lot. And I'm gonna hold on to it for a while. I think the value of all Joe Burrows are gonna start going up even more, similar to that of Trevor Lawrence. I think he's gonna have a breakout season this year also. So if that one was the silver and it crossed over from a 9 to a 9 evenly, so that's fine. The red is what I'm nervous about because it had a 9.5 and it did get a 10, so that's good. That restores a little bit of faith here on the 10, the 9.5 to the 10 here for Joe Burrow on the red prism, but it still raises questions how the other one went from a 9.5 to an 8. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget that at all. So here we go, back to the last card. This one, if this one crosses over the way I want it to, then all will be forgiven. I'll go over here and make myself a nice scotch neat and sit back and watch game 2 of the NBA Finals in peace. If it grades anything low like this 8 that I got on the Justin Herbert earlier, if you feel something is not an earthquake, it's just me turning my desk over and running outside like a spoiled kid who didn't get that Nintendo he wanted for Christmas. But yeah, I just can't. I can't see anything else outside here. Again, 9.5s all around. Let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it. And it got an 8. It got an 8. And I don't know why. And I will never know why. Yep. So that one, yeah. Yeah, the silence speaks for itself. I had two 9.5s that have gone or have come back as 8s. And I guess that's one thing you can like about, you know, HGA or even, you know, some of the others is that they'll tell you, you know, if you want subgrades, they'll let you know what it was and what happened. This one, I mean, even if we can say, you know, the centering is a little heavy towards the top, I can respect that, but is that warrant an 8? I probably could have stomached a 9 better, but an 8 just, yeah. I am going to wrap this up before I say something even crazier. Yeah, I'll decide if I'm going to just crack this out of the slab and just keep it for a regular PC or what I'm going to do next. Everything else, you know, I'm okay with these 2 8s on the 2002 Brady Leafs Rookies and Stars. You know, some of these 9s I wish were better, but I can understand some of those crossing over evenly. Then the 2 bases getting the 9 for the Herbert canvas and then for the Joe Burrow. But for these, I just can't, I don't know. I don't know if there was an intern that day or somebody was there and their significant other pissed them off on the phone and they just got back to their desk and started ripping me to pieces. I do not know. But I will go back on the video and check this out and see what this looked like before I submitted it. Because that, I think this one almost bothers me more than anything, because if I look at my video and this was not there, then from a QA standpoint, I'm gonna know that something's wrong and the integrity of the entire submission I'm gonna put into question. So I'll give you an update. Thanks for hanging out for that long. It should not have been 17 minutes, but you know, sometimes drama takes time. With that being said, I'm done. Walker the Collector, out.